Today we are talking about a warbler called the Common Yellowthroat. I wouldn't say it's so common, not for me, because I saw it for the first time this past fall during migration. But apparently it is common throughout North America, but they do kind of hide and stuff like that, so I like to call it the not so common yellowthroat. So let's get right into it. A little bit more information about this really cool looking warbler. So the common yellowthroat is perhaps the most widespread warbler, being common in wet, brushy habitats, weedy fields, and marshes throughout North America, according to the Peterson's Warblers Field Guide. So according to them, it's quite common. It breeds in all 49 mainland states and in all of Canada's provinces and territories. The male has a distinctive black mask appearance, but females and immature males are more subtly marked in brownish olive and pale yellow. So they are a small warbler with chunky rounded heads, medium length, and slightly rounded tails. And so the black mask in the adult males can sometimes be a little bit, I guess, in the fall, the first fall males, you'll kind of sort of see a black mask, but it won't be as pronounced as the full-grown males in the spring. It'll kind of be almost grayish looking, or with a little bit of black, you'll see it, and they'll see the bright yellow throat on them. So in the males you'll see a very bright yellow throat, and the females it'll be more like of a lighter yellow, a little bit more drab looking, of course. So common yellowthroats are usually seen on the ground or near the ground, and especially they're fond of going through dense tangles of damp, weedy growth and strands of reeds or rushes, and they often perch and climb on vertical stalks. That behavior is more like a wren, with its nervous actions and frequent twitching of the tail and kind of hopping around back and forth. This is true. I've seen them in the bushes in my yard. In the same bushes, they seem to like kind of going back and forth through the yard. And they are low to the ground normally. Sometimes you'll see them up on the bush, but I've never seen these up really high in a tree, in high treetops. Always pretty low to the ground. So you might find them on the ground, in fields too. I've seen them in fields with grasses and stuff like that, and weeds, kind of jumping around from fences onto the ground, eating bugs and things like that. So this warbler does like to eat insects and spiders in low vegetation. They sometimes sallying out from a perch to catch prey. And they also eat grit, which helps them digest the food, and they may also, can also add minerals and things like that to their diet. So you'll find these birds in reeds, rushes, brambles, and shrubs around wet areas. And though they live deep in tangles, they are inquisitive and often pop up to take a look if you pish or squeak at them. They are pretty friendly. I'd say the one that was in my yard, well, I saw a few in my yard. The ones that were in my yard, they were pretty friendly. I mean, as long as I didn't make sudden movements, they didn't fly away, but they really didn't mind that I was just kind of standing there still photographing them. So I like the common yellowthroat. They're kind of a cool little warbler. As far as distribution goes, you're gonna find them throughout most of North America, also in Alaska, Canada, and throughout the southern U.S. and southwest, southeast, Rio Grande, Texas, and the Florida Keys, which obviously, because that's where I'm at. So I do see these birds in the spring and in the fall. So when it comes to migration, you're gonna see them wintering in the southern U.S. and the West Indies. and you're going to see them in the fall. You might see them throughout the winter, and then in spring, again, they'll be coming through the east, southeast, and the southwest in Texas, Gulf Coast, Florida, and along the Atlantic seaboard. As far as nesting goes, they have a well-concealed bulky nest that is usually set on or near the ground and supported by sedges, cattails, or other low plants. They nest in marshes that are usually higher off the ground to be safer from flooding, and some nests are roofed, kind of like the ovenbird. So, a cool fact about the common yellowthroat is that it was one of the first birds to be categorized in the catalog of New World when a specimen from Maryland was described by Linnaeus in 1766. Sorry, I wanted to say 1776. I don't know why, but it was 1766. So that's, most of the cool information and important information about the common yellowthroat. If you're going to be looking for this bird during the next migration here in the south, they'll be here in the fall, and then they come back through in the spring. And then if you're up north and you're seeing them now, right now they're breeding up in the, northern states. I mean, I'm in South Florida, so everything is northern for me, but, above Georgia and farther up to Canada, you'll see them breeding and nesting right now. So, enjoy them throughout the summer while you can, and I'm looking forward to their return in the fall. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and give it a like so that I can make more videos about warblers and other various birds, reptiles, and wildlife that I find. I generally make videos about animals that I've observed myself down here in the Florida Keys or somewhere that I've traveled, but mostly here for South Florida. And I like to throw in a little information about them in other states since, not everybody lives down here, but we do see the same birds depending on the time of year. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day and you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.